All right, first grade, this is Ms. Schmidt. Today we're going to talk about how to make a Venn diagram to compare and contrast two different books. Comparing and contrasting means we put two things side by side and we talk about how they're the same and how they're different. And you might have seen a Venn diagram before. It's made with circles. I'm going to make my circles by tracing a bowl. You can use a cup or anything else. You want to make sure that it can slide across your paper. And I'm going to trace in pencil first so that if I get a mark on my plate, I can wash it. I'm going to go over it in marker, of course, to make it easier to read. And once I've made one circle, I want to make a second one that overlaps with it. It can be, it doesn't have to be perfect. But you want to make sure that on this side you're seeing something that looks actually a little bit like a moon. And push down as you trace on top of your bowl or cup. Otherwise, your pencil will push it around. Now that I'm done, I have two circles. One will be for things that are true about just one of my books. Let's say night. I don't know if I'll fit and there. And day. I can just use the space around. In this area, we'll write things that are just true about that book. We're going to be comparing it to another book, A Walk on the Moon, and I'm going to use blue to show the things that go for A Walk on the Moon. Again, I'm going to be squeezing my letters in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, just to make it neat. A walk on the, I don't want to go over too far, so I'll write moon here. In the middle, you have a shape that looks kind of like an eye. And that is for the things that are true about both of these books. So I'll write both here. And I usually like to start here because it's easier for me to compare two things to see how they're the same. Both of these books, A Walk on the Moon and Night and Day, they talk about the moon. So I'm going to write the word moon in there. Both of these books are about space. And both of these books had lots of really cool pictures. So I'm going to write those three words in here. Pictures. Moon, space, and pictures. A Walk on the Moon and Night and Day have both of these. Now let's think about night and day. What are things that make night and day different from A Walk on the Moon? They both have the moon, but night and day is about the moon and the sun. So I'm going to write the word sun in here. We don't learn about the sun in A Walk on the Moon. You know what? I can write that for something that is different about a walk on the moon. If night and day has the sun, they both have the moon. A walk on the moon is not about the sun. In a Venn diagram, I don't have to write whole sentences. I don't have to capitalize or put in periods. Sometimes you just do one word. Sometimes you'll do a little sentence chunklet. All right. Now let's think about space. They both have space. What makes them different? Well, one thing I'm thinking about, A Walk on the Moon is telling me a story about astronauts going to space. And Night and Day is teaching me about space. So that's something that's different. I'll write story here. Walk on the Moon is a story with a beginning, middle, and an end, even though it's a true story. But Night and Day is actually an information book. It's to teach us. So I'll write teaching. This is a teaching book, not telling a story. Now they both have pictures. What makes our pictures different? When I think about A Walk on the Moon, they only have a few pictures, and they're just of that one trip to the moon. But Night and Day has many different kinds of pictures. There are drawings, there are photographs of the moon, there are photographs of kids, the earth. So I will write just photos here. A photograph. That's the kind of pictures that we had on Walk on the Moon. But on Night and Day, we had many kinds. Oh, I might have to go outside of my line. It's okay. Many kinds of pictures. You know what? I'm going to even add only over here. Photos only. Only had photos. Right. Now I have a really easy and clear way to retell some key details that I learned from A Walk on the Moon and the Night and Day story. Do your best work. Take a picture of what you've done and send it to your teacher. Thank you.